So it's just easy options, and in this video we're going to be going over a viewer request. And as you can guess from the title, it's all about calculating option contracts chance of profit. Now, there are a lot of different types of probabilities that we can pull out of an option contract's metrics. However, we will keep it easy and go over specifically the percent chance for an option to expire in the money or out of the money. And we can relate this to percent chance of profit. Make sure to stick around to the end, as I'll show you how to configure your Webull account to see these specific numbers. And as always, if you find any of the information helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. It really means a lot. But enough of the fluff, let's get into it. One of the easiest ways to determine probability is with delta, the option Greek. If you aren't familiar with the option Greeks or want to learn more about them, I would check out the overview video link up top. Now, most people know delta as the amount an option contract will change on a $1 move of the underlying stock. However, delta is also commonly used to determine the likelihood of an option contract expiring on any given side. Let's go over some examples with the SPY by looking at some near the money strikes. Near the money strikes will always have a delta extremely close to 0.5. That's because an at the money strike would have a delta of 0.5. And a 0.5 delta infers that the contract has a 50% chance of expiring in the money. Think of it like a coin flip. All option contracts have to expire out of the money or in the money, so a 50-50% chance if you're in between. Now, as you move from an at the money strike to an out of the money strike, the delta will start to decrease. Realistically, out of the money strikes will have a delta less than 0.5 and can go almost to zero, meaning an out of the money option contract will range anywhere from a 0 to 49.99% chance of expiring in the money. On the contrary, as the strikes move up, delta will increase from 0.5 to almost 1, meaning as you go deeper in the money, there's a higher chance that the option contract will stay there and expire in the money. In the money, option contracts will range anywhere from a 50.01% to 100% chance of expiring in the money. Now, obviously, all I'm doing here is multiplying the delta by 100% to convert it to a percentage, and using this percentage as a percent chance of expiring in the money. This isn't a perfect science, but many traders, including myself, use this method to quickly weigh the odds. Now, how does a percent in the money relate to a chance of profit? Well, we have to think about how specific option strategies profit. And I'll be focusing on short strategies, as they all have a max profit and we can easily calculate the chance of realizing that max profit. And if I don't go over a specific strategy that you wanted, let me know in the comments below. When you sell an option contract, the only way you can realize the maximum profit is by the whole position expiring worthless. So for these cases, it's a 1-to-1 with the percent out of the money. Out of the money chance would be 1 minus the percent in the money chance. So let's look at an out of the money strike of, let's say, 444. And we can go to the analytical tab by clicking the single option up top, and we can see some of the characteristics of this option. And we can see that this option has a delta of 0.3886. So let's call that a delta of 0.39, so an in the money percentage chance of 39%. Now, when considering a short position, so selling to open, you can see that the delta switches to negative. But even still, the in the money percentage chance still stays the same. However, the percent chance of profit in this case would be the percent out of the money, which would be 100% minus the 39%. So a 61% chance of reaching the maximum profit here of $207. So we can quickly defer at this time, we would have a 61% chance of making $207 off this option. And using what we've talked about so far, we would know that if we were to go further out of the money, we would have a higher chance of profit, in this case being roughly an 85% chance, but a lower maximum profit, here shown only $52. And likewise, we know that if we were to move up in strike, say further in the money, like 439, we would see that we'd have a very low percent chance of reaching the max profit, here being around 40%, but have a max profit of $480. So if you consider yourself a trader who likes to play the odds, using delta might be the way for you to help determine those percentages. Now, with other short strategies such as credit spreads, this will work the same. However, you don't want to use the combined delta. You're still going to use the delta from the short position to determine your percent chance, because a credit spread, the long position is really just there for protection or just making your entry costs cheaper. Now, as promised, there's actually a setting you can set up in your Webull app to just see the specific in the money or out of the money percentage. So I'll show you how to set that up. To do this, you'll just go back to your option chain and you'll hit the little settings here at the bottom right. We'll have to go to columns. Now in columns, you'll see that we have a bunch of options here. And under the available area, if you don't already have it set up, you'll see the percent ITM and the percent OTM. So you can add whichever one you like to use. I personally like to use the in the money, but if you're going to be using this percentage calculation specifically for short positions, you might want to instead use the OTM percentage, but we could add both of these in here just to see how it looks. Now when we go back to the option chain, you will see now that we have the in the money percentage and the out of the money percentage. So we can see that with that 440 call or a strike call that we were originally looking at, you can see that the out of the money percent is at 69%, which would be a 69% chance of reaching max profit if we were to short this call option. Well, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the information or learned something new, please leave a like or comment below. And if you don't already have an account with Webull or Robinhood, check out my referral links on my website. Both apps are giving out multiple free stocks or fractional shares for new accounts, so make sure to check that out.